From Candace Owens to Clarence Thomas, from Clarence Thomas to Thomas Sowell. Tonight we will be discovering why it is these black conservative figures have such a bad rap and whether or not the slack that they get is actually justified. What's up YouTube, my name is Bonji coming to you with a brand new video, and this video is one that hits a little bit closer to home. For those who've known me since before I started doing political YouTube, you know that I'm in no way right wing, but I'm not left wing either. And that, just like many other outspoken black people, has put me in a predicament of where my blackness is being put into question. Tonight I'm going to give my personal opinions on identity politics and how this has been one of the largest contributions to black America's cultural downfall. So sit back, lock in, let's get right into the video. So first, we need to know what the definition of identity politics is, and what's a better way of finding out than using my favorite mouse tool, google.com. Identity politics is a tendency for people of particular religion, ethnic group, social background, etc. to form exclusive political alliances moving away from traditional, broad-based party politics. Simply put, it's an obligation to a political position a person has based on immutable characteristics like race, sexual orientation, culture, sex, etc. I can only speak based off experience for the most part here, but the stereotype that black people must vote Democrat 25-8 is a sentiment that has been echoed for years, and such a strong and long-lasting stereotype has obviously become something that the vast majority of black people will believe over time. Now if you're black and you're watching this video and you disagree with that, then I have homework for you. Go to any family function and tell them you voted red. I bet you they'll look at you like you're chopped in the face. Now, I don't know about any of you, but when Obama was first elected into office, I was around 6 years old, and even at the age of 6, and even at the age of 10 when he was re-elected in 2012, I remember friends and family members who have all shared the same sentiment that they will vote for Obama because he's black. Even though at the time I was too young to notice the specifics of those times, looking at it in retrospect, I can guarantee you that black men and women who didn't vote for Obama during that time got an immense level of ridicule from the black community. That's because of the stereotypical obligation blacks have to leftism and the Democratic Party. And where might this stereotypical obligation stem from, you ask? Well, according to the UMBC, Franklin D. Roosevelt, aka FDR, basically gave out adversary positions to several African American leaders, as well as provide relief to African American communities post-depression. Mind you, this is all while he stood 10 toes down on maintaining legal segregation, and all while Democrats made no effort in changing their overall position when it came to the civil rights of African Americans. The link to this article will be in the description below if you would like to explore further into this history yourself. So let's actually get to the meat of the issue. Why do we have such a high scrutiny for black conservative voices like the journalist Candace Owens, the economist Thomas Sowell, the longtime Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, or Republican politician Larry Elder? Well, to put it bluntly, it's because black people don't really have the best reputation when it comes to accepting hard truths about ourselves individually and collectively. These are all prominent names that have, in one way or the other, shown black people ought not to reserve the collective monolithic mind, yet somehow we still do. Is it the messaging? Nah. Is it the delivery? Not even that. My thesis is that the reason why black people are so harshly rejecting of black conservatives, such as the ones previously listed, is because of comfortability and us obviously being so coddled by most of the country. Let me explain. One of the biggest things that we're taught at young ages is the history of America and how it has oppressed African Americans for so long, from the Atlantic slave trade to Jim Crow laws to redlining and beyond. And in teaching this, we're taught a specific narrative. And no, it's not that we've progressed into a society that we are not racially colorblind meritocracy, but rather that the white man is to blame for all our transgressions, and the reason that we can never win is because of the system, and that police hate black people and whatever hunk of shit that you've heard growing up. This mindset has become a mindset so deeply ingrained into our psyche that it almost seems like it's only natural for black people to think this way. Not only did we loathe these black men and women who dare not be aligned with our views, but we will strip them of their blackness because they not like us, they not like us, they not like us. And this isn't something that only happens to political figures. This is something that happens all the time in the black community to everyday black men and women like myself. For example, I'm Gen Z. Do any of you remember way back when comic books and anime was quote-unquote not cool? Yeah, if you were black during these times and you liked any of these, you weren't black. Or what about me as someone who doesn't eat meat? No, I'm not fucking vegan. Because I don't eat fried chicken.
And you ain't black.
Or God forbid, If you were black and you weren't up to speed with the latest hip-hop sensation, oh, my brother in Christ, you might as well dip yourself in white paint and call it a day, because you definitely weren't black after that. Do you get the picture? And it's not the white man that's sharing these sentiments. No. Might they have been the ones that started some of these stereotypes? Well, there's room for discussion there. But who are the people maintaining this toxic mindset in the community? Niggas. Who are the people that are perpetuating the idea that if you have lighter skin, then you cannot know black struggle? Niggas. You can't teach stupid. And the only reason why I haven't personally gone full gung-ho nihilist on black people in general is because I actually care about our image. I don't speak about these issues to appeal to a group of people that don't know shit about the issue. I speak out about it because I'm genuinely sick and tired of watching more black men and women lose themselves in their own victimhood and not actually strive for better. Black people will forever demonize someone like Coleman Hughes, a generational student of Dr. Martin Luther King himself, and still listen to pseudo-intellectual dumb fucks like that racist, phony, good-for-nothing sellout Dr. Umar Johnson, who I will be making a video on at a later date, by the way. My resolution is simple. Accountability for everybody, at all times, not only when it's convenient. For once, when we see a black person that finds themselves in a deadly interaction with a cop, don't just assume the cop was some evil white racist with a badge. Actually do your research outside of your needle dick echo chambers and learn the facts. Stop teaching this victim mindset to our children and teach them that as we move forward as a collective, our children have it better and better. Break generational curses and seek therapy for whatever trauma you've been dealt in the past, and stop projecting your prejudicial bias towards other black women and men like myself who want to see us in a better position. And most of all, let's reevaluate the current state of our culture and repair it rather than putting a band-aid on a gunshot wound. Well, that's enough ranting for one video. If you made it to the end of this video, consider hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear your thoughts below. Tell me if I'm wrong or if I missed anything. I'm always willing to hear other perspectives outside of my own. I'm now taking donations if you would like to help contribute to the growth of this channel. It's not required, but it is greatly appreciated. The link to my Cash App will be in the description below. This has been me ranting about black culture and identity politics. Until next time, you two, Bonji out.